Madre, nagbabalik, boy helmet, at ayun, magre-react tayo sa foreigners na titikim ng Filipino food. Pansin ko dito, kakarating lang daw nila ng Manila, so simula pa lang naman, hindi ko pa pinapanood talaga. Yun lang yung naano ko sa review. So, let's see, tignan natin.
Here in the Philippines, everyone, we're in Manila, and as promised, this week we are going to be eating some food.
So if you're just tuning in for the very first time here in the Philippines, last week we're actually exploring the city, experiencing Manila for the very
Manila.
first time.
Saan ba yan? Sa Manila?
My name is Anna,
Oh, yeah.
this is Trevor, we are the Delightful Travelers.
Just in case you don't know who we are, but we are at Mercado
Parang
Central.
napansin ko
It's a
sila
night
dati
market,
mga
and we're about to
nag-vlog
get
mga dre. Hindi ko,
So from what I gather, there are a few
hindi familiar yung mga mukha eh.
but tonight we're in BGC, mainly because it's the area we're staying in. I've
BGC?
read a lot about the market. It sounds like there's loads of food here. We're going to try to
Okay.
find some Filipino dishes, of course, and
Ano ba yan?
dishes as well, I believe.
All right, I think we found something already.
Uy, mga skewers. Mga tuhog.
What's the most popular? One of them is barbecue pork. Another one was
Okay.
an intestinal one, which, sorry guys, it's not doing that tonight. So we got
Isaw,
pork, and I think we're gonna get
pork
some chicken.
barbecue,
There's
chicken barbecue,
so much food
chicken.
here. Here's the chicken we just ordered, and this is the pork that they said is very, very
Yeah.
popular with locals.
Common.
But there's also this is pig
Innards.
There's also innards right over there by Anna.
So we totally lucked out and got a table. It's Saturday night, so we figured it would be pretty busy here. It's not too bad at the moment, but the tables are pretty full. But just to give you a little bit of background on the layout here, basically all of the kiosks are around the outer edge, and then in the middle there is a
Ano ba?
bar, and
Ano
then
ba?
all the
GC?
tables
Ano
are
ba to?
distributed around
Before ng
it.
quarantine
They're
o
pretty
ano?
busy, but we just happened to come up and people were leaving.
Parang marami pang tao eh.
Off today with barbecue.
Hindi naman naka-distancing, social distancing.
The lady at the stall, and she said this is the most popular meat on a stick in the market for
Oh, hindi
locals.
pa to ano? Before pa to na ECQ?
There's a lot of innards and things like
Before
that.
pa
as well.
ng
Intestines,
virus,
we eat that
COVID,
stuff.
ano,
I'm not
pandemic.
Sure if we will today, so sorry if we don't. But this we can get on board with. I love pork, and the fact that locals are into it makes you really want to
Go!
try it out.
Yan, tikman natin mga dre.
Mm.
Uy, magkano per stick? 35 pesos. $70 daw. So, malaking klase to. American's, 35 eh, mahal eh. Sweet. Diba?
Okay, first bite, and I get that absolutely right away. When we walked in, the barbecues are on the perimeter, and they're cooking all this delicious smelling meat, which is probably this stuff, and you see all the smoke and things like that. And
Hey, tama yan. Very good ka.
this pork, you can tell right away that it is just coated in this delicious barbecue sauce. It's kind of
Agree.
savory and a little bit sweet at the same time. And that's one thing
Sympre.
I'm noticing about Manila so far. Any foods we try,
Sour or and
seems to
sweet.
be the preference of choice when it comes to flavors. But you can see the little charred marks as well, and the meat is just cooked to perfection, and it's on a stick, so it makes it really fun to eat. This is really, really good, and I see right away why this is a popular thing with locals. So we're off to a good start, and now I just want to try that chicken.
All right, so we just finished off
Oh.
that pork. I had a bite.
Andre, ang napansin ko dito, pagkain lang daang sa merkato, pero may inumin silang kinuha. Ang lakas to sa inumin to mga to, o talagang tinitikman lang nila ang Filipino beers. Ito lang sure, di natin alam. Ha? Yan natin. Sa bagay, pork nga naman, pares din beer.
Let's just definitely get
Diba?
that if you're coming here.
Pamulutan yan eh.
Wash it down.
Yan ang kain-kain sana ng rice, pulutan na.
Spanish seems
See?
to be the beer of choice. You can get it everywhere here in Manila.
Spanish?
Can you explain to us why it's so popular here? I don't
Spanish na yung pangalan, pero Filipino beers yan mga dre. Pansin ko, alam ko ha. Alam ko. Sige, may ano natin. Sige, move on, move on.
beer here, or really is just
Oh.
San Miguel. I got a light, and Trevor got the regular Pilsner. We also have our chicken here. I'm really excited to try it.
Chicken?
So both, I get one.
Hard chicken.
Bag came with
Vinegar.
different sauces. Maybe this is supposed to go with the pork, but I didn't know what to do with it, so we just left it there.
Vinegar yan.
Here,
Sauce yan
the
ng
chicken, there's a darker sauce.
mix
but
yan.
It's in a bag, so I don't really know how to open it.
Mix.
So you're just supposed to sort of rip it open and pour it over the chicken. If there's any Filipinos watching, maybe you can explain to us what we're gonna do with it. For now, I think I'm just gonna skip over it and try the chicken.
Here, skip mo na yan.
They gave us a plastic spoon and
Uy,
fork, but I was having
sulog
a
na
really
sulog
hard
naman
time
na yan.
with it.
Kawawa naman yung chicken na
My
yan.
hands here. Thankfully, I washed them first, so I'm making sure
Opo.
they're clean. No worries. It
Oh.
does not look delicious. Nice and charred. It's got some black, like charcoal-y stuff happening on it, which is perfect for barbecue chicken.
It looks superb, and I can definitely confirm it smells so good.
really
Oh.
good. It's nice and
Grabe naman yan. Sobra naman yan. Napabayaan sa kusina yan, mga dre. Kukuindot.
tender. It basically falls off the bone mostly, so they kind of had to rip it off and stuff. I actually love that charred
Oh,
part was the best.
Masarapan pa siya dun sa, ano,
Burnt, but it just adds like
sa sunog na part. Oh my God. Napaka, naman, nakaka-generous mo naman.
Otherwise, not too much happening.
Kaya na yan. Sige na. Kaya na. Mabait ka na.
I'd say we're off to a pretty good start so far.
Definitely.
A lot more food to
Sarap
try
ka.
yet.
Sarap na sarap siya, mga dre. Sige nga talaga pala. Sige. Pagbibigyan kita doon. Hira lang ka dre. Siyempre, shoutout sa Vicky. Kasi minsan hindi gaya sa picture pero sa personal, di ba? Alam mo yun.
So round one was really
Experience ko na yun.
good, but there are so many options here. We keep talking about what we're gonna eat next.
Yeah.
But how we decide? I don't have a clue. So while we're trying to decide, we think we're gonna go get some chicken skin.
Chicken
That's
skin.
right, chicken skin.
Uy,
All right, so we got our chicken skin
Skin.
with garlic parmesan. It looks like they put it in a bucket and then like shook it.
pamulutan din daw. Yan ang pamahal sa beer.
Chicken skin.
I think
Saan yung beer ninyo? Naubos na yata doon.
I feel like I've had it at a fancy place, but definitely not at a night market. But I have to say this, maybe you try it while I'm just gonna let you guys know just a thought here. After being in Manila
Common
for
lang yan.
3
Regular
days,
chicken skin taste
at a
lang.
night market, this chicken skin is
Chicharon.
branded almost as if it's fast food, and we notice so
Crackling.
much fast food in Manila. So I just find that really interesting that this specific spot looks like fast food, but the first place we had just came in like paper plastic bags. So how is it?
Yummy.
I'm gonna have to try some of this.
The garlic parmesan is delicious, and it really just
With the flavor pala yung chicken skin nila.
Yeah, it's like
a really crunchy chip.
a really crunchy chip, full of that Parmesan, and it's garlic as well. You know, on our part of the world, and I know KFC is very big here. It's like eating the skin off of the KFC like chicken
It
breast.
is,
Or,
but if you didn't know it was chicken skin,
Na-promote pa nga nila yung KFC. Hama ka ng husay naman. Hayop naman.
like with
I don't think so, actually. That's good about it. It's like a blindfold test.
Yeah.
I'd probably think it's just a chip
really,
or a crisp.
really crunchy. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, while we're trying to figure out what these actually are, we're gonna figure out what we're gonna eat next, and you'll probably see that in just a second. There's a lot of choices here. All right, next up, well, if any of you are longtime viewers, you know we love our Mexican food, and we were walking around looking
Oh,
for
ano ba yan?
what to try,
Nachos?
and lo and behold, we found
Tacos.
a place called Shaco's, and I noticed right away
Shac.
they have some beef in a pot,
Okay,
slow
okay.
cooker, just cooking up.
Sige.
Smells absolutely delicious. We just had to stop there because, well, Mexican food is probably our favorite food on
Hindi na yun
the
sa
planet.
Pilipino.
Now,
Sige,
we
sige
got
lang.
two different kinds
Sige.
of tacos today.
Pero parang cheesy masyado ah. Naliligo sa
Never
cheese
get a
ah.
hard shell. I always go for a corn tortilla, but there's not a corn tortilla today, and I believe they
Oo
have
nga.
got a chicken one in a
Chick.
soft shell. So we're gonna give that a try. And the reason we got this, I know it's probably not like traditional Filipino food, but you know what? This market isn't all about that. Filipinos don't eat traditional Filipino food every day. This
Halo-halo
market
yata
is
dyan
that
eh.
there's
Kasi ano na eh.
anything you want. It's absolutely
Market
fabulous.
style eh.
Here we go. Look at this.
Ano yung mga
It's covered in
style
cheese.
nilang
Like,
gusto
there's so much
ibabenta.
cheese on this. I'm probably gonna make such a big mess when I take a bite, but let's go. You ready
Go,
for
let's
the
go.
crunch?
Oo nga.
Wow. Oh no. Oh yes. I was a little skeptical. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this, but the meat is what I noticed right away, and that's what I thought because when I walked by, that's what I smelled. There's so much cheese on it though. I would say it's a little bit too much, but the sauce, I'm not sure what that is yet. I'm not even sure if you can see, but there's some lettuce in there and tomato.
Oh,
It's
may
really
lettuce
good.
pa.
It's not at all like a traditional Mexican taco. It's more like a Texas taco or something like that, or maybe a North American taco. That makes sense. Manila in the Philippines definitely leans towards like a Western influence when it
Okay.
comes to food a little bit, but it's really good. It's solid. We haven't had Mexican food in so long. So I'm
Ligo lang sa
pretty
cheese.
excited about it.
All right, so I think Trevor said this already.
Oh,
but
ba't
I
yung
look
isa-
for
ba't
chicken
kanya,
and
ano?
a soft shell, which is a flour shell. They don't have corn tortillas here. It's huge. I feel like it's going to be the messiest thing ever, but I'm going to try to eat it without making a huge mess. We'll see how that goes.
Chicken taco. Kanina beef. Yan chicken. So,
You're doing a better job than I did. I made a
linis.
mess.
Clean.
Absolute mess.
Clean kumain. Kumain. Okay. Ano?
So the beef is in the front, so you can really see it, but they were cooking the chicken in the back, so I didn't see it at all. They said it was going to take a few minutes, but they were cooking it on a grill, I thought. But it's like definitely marinated in a lot of spices, and it's delicious. And then they have,
Okay.
I noticed they had like a think on the ingredient list it said special sauce. So no idea what it was, but it was a white sauce, but it goes really, really well with it. Like Trevor said, I think there's a little bit too much cheese. I would prefer a little bit less, but it's still really, really yummy. But yeah, totally not authentic, but really, really delicious, and definitely going to enjoy this.
Well, a few hours have passed, and now there's definitely more people in the market. However,
Nakakain pa,
it's
busog na.
not as busy as I thought it
Not
would.
at all. For Saturday night, I thought it was...
Tingin ko mga dre, kakain pa itong mga to. Dahil parang nabitin sila sa pagkain na kanina eh. Tingin ko may titikman pa itong mga to. Let's see. Or talaga mag-iikot-ikot na lang?
very busy now.
Malaman.
Dish that we really, really want to try. It's probably number one on
Ito.
the list of
Meron.
things to try. It's one of the most popular dishes, I think, here in the Philippines.
It's the most popular, I believe. It's lechon. If you guys
Lechon.
are wondering, I'm sure some people by now are like, try lechon, but I don't even know if I'm pronouncing right. It might be lechon or lechon. We'll find out in a second.
Lechon. Ang tama pag-pronounce hindi lechon, kundi lechon.
All right, so here we go. We're about to try lechon for the first time. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like a
You know what it is.
It's the most popular dish here in the Philippines by far. I think the showstopper on it is supposed to be the skin. It's roasted really nice. And you
Yan,
can see it
spicy.
looks like it's
Kasi may mga pansin ko may mga chili, spicy lechon. So, hindi ko alam kung masyadong manghang. Baka mawala yung flavor ng original lechon. So, let's see. Sana meron.
looks really tender. So we're told also this comes from Cebu, which is we're in Manila, so it's just another big city. It's one of the bigger cities. So we'll see how it is.
Okay. Ano ang sida? Oh.
That is in.
So, feeling ko napakanta pa siya. Halos napakanta pa siya. So, ibig sabihin, masarap. Masarap to. Masarap ang husga ko dito.
There's so much flavor packed into this thing. I don't even know where to start. There's actually kind of different cuts of meat in the
Kaso
version
parang
we ordered
taba.
is,
Halos puro taba yung na-order binigay sa kanila.
So there's two different kinds. I don't know what normal is. I guess it's just maybe it's more the traditional way. We always go for spice when we see it. Some of the pieces of pork are a little fatty and some are very tender. I definitely prefer the tender one, but the skin is where it's at. Hands
Tender
down,
dapat.
skin is the crunchy part. And last year we were in
Masyadong
Indonesia. We tried to find
bigyan kayo ng
something similar to
fatty
this.
yung
I think they call it
nag-serve, ha?
pig as well. It might be a different name, but we didn't find a version with the skin. So it's actually a nice surprise this time to actually find
Dapat
it with
tikman
the
din
skin.
ng isa, babae.
It's really good. I see why it's a popular dish. It will take some getting used to because I'm just not used to having the skin like that, so crunchy. But we got a lot longer here in the Philippines yet, so I know we're going to be having a lot more lechon.
All right, believe it or not, we're trying to find one more thing to eat, and we came over to something called Tipsy Ice Cream, and it's called,
Tipsy.
I guess it's alcoholic ice cream.
Alcoholic ice cream?
Different kinds of liquor, sir.
Parang pansin ko dito sa isang video na to, kakabeer lang nila, tapos ngayon titikim na alcohol. Parang mahilig sa alcohol tong dala.
What kind of flavors?
Nakaka-curious din mga dre dahil tipsy ice cream. Alcoholic ice cream daw.
Well, why don't you try the mango?
Di yata talaga Pinoy yan na.
Mango
Kasi
tequila is very
ano na yan.
tropical, made with fresh mangoes.
Iba na style eh.
Mangoes. You try the other one too, since I can't flip the camera in time. Oh, well, how are you gonna decide?
For me, it's all about the chocolate.
All right, chocolate it is.
All right, so we figured we'd finish things up
Chocolate
with something
na
a little bit
alcoholic
sweet, and we came
ice
across
cream.
Alcoholic ice cream, which maybe is the best idea ever. This one is chocolate brandy, and it's melting super quickly. So
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's like really, really rich, almost like dark chocolate. And the brandy, unless there's something else in it, adds a little bit of spiciness to it. It
Yeah.
almost tastes like
Ah, at least.
Mexican chocolate ice cream. If
yeah,
you've ever
yeah.
had that with like the chilies in it, it reminds me of that a lot. It's
Pinagkumparahan na
really
naman.
Sounds
Pinagkumparahan siya mga dre. Hindi natin alam.
You're gonna have to maybe save me some of that, I think.
I don't know about that.
This is so gooey. It looks so chocolatey. Oh yeah. Uh huh. Oh, I can really. Did he say? I think he said it's brandy. I can taste it now, but I get Anna's Mexican chocolate reference. What an amazing idea. We're walking around here, and all you can hear is this guy
Okay,
going,
good.
alcoholic ice cream.
Kasi gustuhan nila mga dre, di ba? Kasi hindi dapat na ganyan eh. Kasi lubida-bida. Ay, nako.
That would be the only thing that's better, but
Okay.
this is so good. It's absolutely, honestly, delightful.
Yun. Tingin ko, baka tapos na yata to mga dre. Happen.
Well, that was an absolute food feast. I'm so glad we did that. We weren't sure what to do.
Yun, tingin ko tapos na talaga to mga dre. So, pansin naman natin mga dre na tumikim sila ng food skewers, ng lechon, ng chicken skin, at no alcohol ice cream. Siyempre, yung pinakaano natin dun, yung lechon. Common and ano tayo dun, parang pride natin yun. So, buti naman nagustuhan nila. Yung style lang nila is spicy. So, yun. Sana magustuhan nyo reaction ko. Salamat!